Good morning, afternoon, or evening, depending on where you are. I'm Chelsea. I'm a mystic and I am an energy healer. And if you found this video, it's because there's something you need to hear. And it's about manifestation. Okay? You are a powerful manifester. We all are powerful manifestors. But you are bringing something into fruition. Some kind of opportunity, some kind of maybe relationship. But you're bringing something in. And your guidance is to stay as light-hearted as you possibly can during this time, and also to focus on everything good that is happening in your life right now. If you're struggling to think of good things that are happening, your guidance is to remember all of the things that you've manifested before. Okay? Try and remember the fact that there is something you have right now, even if you're in not the best situation, there is something you have on your person right now or in your life that you once prayed to God for. Whether it was the reason you started this journey or not, there is something you are connected to. And you once prayed for this thing. And if you feel blocked in manifesting, or if you feel blocked in trusting in yourself and your abilities, you are being told with this message of manifestation, you need to remember the fact that no matter how big or small, you have something in your life right now that you have manifested, and you really wanted it back then, you know? When you have loving thoughts about the thing you want to manifest, you will co-create with the divine to bring that thing into fruition, because you're not thinking about it from a space of desperation, or I need this, if I don't have this, I'm not going to be happy. But that's not true. You're being encouraged to get out into nature, take a long walk, maybe keep your phone away if you can, stare at some flowers, okay? Connect to yourself, connect to that playful innocence, and allow yourself to feel joy at things that would naturally bring us joy before we started getting addicted to our phones and stuff like that, you know, chasing, the dopamine addiction. Yeah, before we started chasing dopamine in a really superficial way. Remember the things that our ancestors would find joyful, you know, community, being generosity, you know, maybe you like reading, maybe you can volunteer and do some volunteering, but we are being led always to greater fulfillment and purpose, but we won't be fully trusted with this experience until we recognize our power. So maybe you're not manifesting what you want to manifest because you are not recognizing, or something's kind of set you back, or some kind of experience has made it's put you in a frequency of forgetting that you are powerful and that you have power. And I feel really called to remind you that when an old frequency wants to haunt us and kind of drag us back, which is a form of spiritual warfare and psychological warfare. Don't ever forget that. If you feel like things are repeating and you feel like you are in the middle of spiritual warfare, get curious about, okay, is there anything I can learn from this time around that I didn't learn last time? You are also being invited to master the law of detachment, okay? Because what you want is yours already. But if you feel like you need it to be happy or to be safe or to be so on and so forth, I need this thing to feel this. I'm not going to feel this good thing until I have this specific desire. Then you won't get it because you're too attached, right? If you're dealing with spiritual warfare and you are shifting identities and fear no longer holds you back and you're getting real pushback from your environment because you are stepping into a version of yourself, maybe that is finding manifestation a lot easier. You need to practice detachment so that you don't get tempted and taunted and tormented into being a previous version of yourself, okay? So if you think of a time when you struggled the most, and what were you struggling with? Because I feel like, it's saying recognizing your power. Do you have a history, for example, if that relates to you, do you have a history of feeling powerless? Are you now becoming a person who's detached from that identity and you are now remembering through God or the Most High that you are the operant power in your reality? And so you're shifting out of the powerless mentality, you're shifting out of the powerless identity that wasn't yours to begin with. And now situations are arising to tempt you back into that powerless identity. Does that make sense? So maybe that's not the exact situation you're dealing with, but that's just an example of like any old identity you've had that you know doesn't serve where you're going. Situations arising to bring that old identity out of you so that you trick yourself out of your future and your blessings. And that's not fucking happening. You're not doing that. Stop that shit. You're not doing that. So yeah, stay elevated, okay? Stay positive. Think of all the times to get to this place, to find this message, you were at one point praying for encouragement like this. At one point you were praying for direct information like this. At one point you were praying for the phone you're watching this on, Think of it like that and let positive events that are unfolding around you, let them keep bringing you more positive blessings, okay? You are one with the universe at this time, as you always are. You are not separate from the universe. The entire universe is inside of you. And you have the ability to manifest incredible experiences and opportunities. You are being encouraged to understand that any new opportunities arising will allow you to step up and move forward in your life. Your energy is aligned with pure potential, because it always is. Don't forget that. And it's important to know that everything you focus on now is going to grow, adapt, and expand in a line with your energy field. Your angels are encouraging you to be open and receptive as the universe is offering you the guidance, abundance, support, and healing you require based on your current situation. Recognize the incredible gifts and support that are available to you now. The power of the universe is within you. The book says it. Okay? So that is the message I have for you right now, and I hope that you are well and that this message served you. If you want to stick around, subscribe, like, comment. I'm gonna get more into content I really want to make on here. I've been thinking about making a TikTok, but I don't want to overwhelm myself and spread myself in 10 different directions because I really love to do that. So enjoy the rest of your morning, afternoon, evening, wherever you are, whatever you're doing, and peace be upon you. God bless.